Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're unpacking a highly strategic operational playbook for your Microsoft environment. We're looking at this through the lens of cloud security architect Vivek Srivastava, who makes a really great point. Having security tools? Yeah, that just isn't enough anymore. You have to actively operationalize your defense. And, well, that's exactly what the new Microsoft Zero Trust Assessment tool lets you do. We're going to break down exactly what this thing is, the prerequisites to get it running, the actual assessment process, and how you can use the resulting custom report to rapidly hunt down and close security gaps in your tenant. Now, to understand why this tool is literally so vital right now, just consider this one number. We are seeing a massive 4.5x increase in AI automated phishing campaigns. I mean, threat actors are leveraging highly accessible AI tools to launch sophisticated attacks at just an unprecedented scale. According to the latest Microsoft Digital Defense Report, 28% of all breaches now start with a phishing attack. The harsh reality? If your policies aren't perfectly hardened, attackers are going to find that crack in the door. Misconfigurations aren't just an IT headache anymore, they're practically an open invitation.
So, Microsoft's response to this heightened threat landscape is their Secure Future initiative. And really, this initiative is the fundamental catalyst for the assessment tool we're covering today. Microsoft is taking a highly rigorous, highly automated approach to their own security posture, and they are essentially handing us the open source playbook to do the exact same thing for our own organizations.
All right, here is our roadmap for today. 1. The Modern Security Challenge. 2. The Zero Trust Assessment. 3. Prerequisites and Setup Steps. 4. Running the PowerShell tool. And 5. Analyzing your custom report.
Let's jump right into Section 1, the Modern Security Challenge. As you probably already know, every check this assessment runs is guided by 3 foundational Zero Trust principles. First, verify explicitly, meaning you're always authenticating and authorizing based on every available data point. Second, least privileged access, limiting user access with just-in-time and just-enough access policies. And third, assume compromise, minimizing that blast radius and preventing lateral movement. This whole assessment is built entirely around enforcing these 3 principles programmatically. The Zero Trust framework evaluates your configurations across the traditional pillars you'd expect: identity, devices, data, and network, which the tool checks super thoroughly. But crucially, check this out, there is now a dedicated AI pillar. This is designed to secure those rapidly adopted agentic workloads with the exact same rigor as your standard network.
And that brings us to the operational reality. Historically, security teams had to rely on manual policy reviews, literally auditing Microsoft Entra settings line by excruciating line. It's slow, it's error-prone, and let's be honest, it's a massive migraine waiting to happen. Plus, by the time you actually finish, your environment has already changed. So the new standard has to be automated tenant analysis. You need a way to instantly identify deviations from your desired posture without spending weeks just manually hunting through admin centers.
Moving on to Section 2, the Zero Trust Assessment. I've got to say, this tool is an absolute game changer for security architects. It's a completely open-source PowerShell module that connects straight to your tenant, and what's fantastic is that it's entirely read-only. It doesn't make a single change to your environment. It simply pulls down your configs, runs the analysis locally right on your desktop, identifies exactly which policies are failing against Zero Trust best practices, and then helps you prioritize your remediation efforts. Pretty slick, right?
All right, Section 3, Prerequisites and Setup Steps. The absolutely crucial point here is getting your role-based access control, or RBAC, perfectly right. To run this assessment for the very first time, you absolutely need an account with global administrator privileges. There's no way around it. You need it to grant that initial consent to the app. But the good news is, for any subsequent runs, like when you schedule this to run monthly, you don't need global admin rights anymore. You can use an account with Global Reader, Security Reader, Exchange Admin, or SharePoint Admin roles, which perfectly aligns with that least privilege principle we just talked about.
During that first run, the tool is going to ask for read-only Graph API permissions. We're talking things like auditlog.read.all, policy.read.all, and so on. It has to be highly comprehensive because it needs to evaluate everything from identity risk events all the way to conditional access policies. But rest assured, you literally only have to accept this consent prompt once.
Let's move to Section 4, Running the PowerShell tool.
The execution process itself is a really straightforward 4-step playbook. Step 1. Ensure you are running PowerShell 7.
Step 2. Install the Zero Trust Assessment module directly from the PowerShell gallery. Step 3. Run the connection command to authenticate against Microsoft Graph and Azure. A quick browser window will pop up prompting you to sign in. And finally, Step 4, where the magic happens. You just run the command invoke ZT assessment.
Now let me give you a quick reality check, especially if you're working in massive enterprise environments. This assessment is out there downloading and evaluating thousands of configuration states. For very large tenants, this process might literally take more than 24 hours to finish. So if you see warnings or random errors popping up in the console log during this time, do not panic, and whatever you do not stop the script. Just let it run its course entirely. Patience is definitely key here.
Finally, Section 5. Analyzing your custom report.
Once it's done, the tool automatically generates a local HTML file and opens it right in your browser. And guys, this isn't just some basic list of problems. It is a full-blown operational dashboard. You start on the Overview tab to get a feel for your aggregated risk levels and trends. From there, you can drill down into specific tabs for identity, devices, network, and data. For every single test it runs, it clearly displays a pass or fail status, assigns a risk level, and here's the absolute best part. It provides direct links to the exact policy in your Microsoft Admin Center along with step-by-step remediation actions. It literally takes the guesswork completely out of the equation.
But I do have to give you a critical word of caution here. Because this report is so incredibly detailed, it outlines exactly which policies are failing and exactly how your environment is configured. The HTML report and the export folder contain highly sensitive tenant information. Think about it. If a threat actor got their hands on this, they'd have a literal blueprint of your vulnerabilities. So keep it strictly among authorized personnel, and absolutely delete the generated folder from your local drive the very second your remediation planning is complete.
So that leaves us with one final critical question. What security gaps are hiding in your tenant right now? Well, you don't have to guess anymore. By operationalizing this Zero Trust assessment, you can shine a massive spotlight into every corner of your Microsoft environment, eliminate those blind spots, and proactively defend against the next generation of automated threats. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Go download the module and run your assessment today.